I'll go ahead and call the meeting to order. Everybody stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. Carries. Same for the minutes.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carries. General Manager's report.
And just a few things. So our annual assessment mailing went out last week. So people should start receiving those. So just as a reminder, they're not due until March 1st. I know a lot of people are concerned. They think they're doing the same kind of taxes they're due. You have until March 1st. So if you don't receive it, you can call or email us and we'll get you an extra copy. Clubhouse is going to be closed for the holidays from the 23rd through the 26th, and then the 27th through next Saturday the 30th. It'll be closed because we're having some damaged flooring repaired. We will be open the 31st for New Year's Eve. The doors are going to open for the restaurant is at 4 o'clock, Carolyn. Yeah, restaurant will open at 4 o'clock, and then we'll have a band in the ballroom from 8 to midnight, and we'll have a DJ in the restaurant from 8 to midnight. The restaurant itself will still close at 9. We'll just have the bar after that. And then the last thing on our DNR permit for abandoning the drawdown pipe, the concrete mix was submitted today, so we're just waiting on them to review, and once that is complete, if that's approved, we'll be ready to go with that project. And that concludes my report.
This board report on here, is that a new thing?
That has been on since prior to Judy leaving because she wanted an opportunity to give the board updates. I can remove it if you guys want.
Nothing.
Gotcha.
So old business?
So I just gave an update on that. That's the drawdown pipe. So we're just waiting on the concrete mix to be approved.
Alrighty. On the new business.
No, we haven't received them yet because the date's changed, so.
So there are no legal fees to approve. So we will move on to the committee reports. Finance Committee, Jeff Eckmeyer.
We discussed an update the last meeting. I know, unfortunately, I don't have Jim and Jeff in that meeting. So I have verbiage to recommend fees. I don't have to, but we did discuss that. I know it's been at some people in the room and just taking a rational look at some of the rates we charge on certain amenities, including those. So I know the board's had some discussions on that, but
Jeff.
we're
Jeff.
what?
I'm sorry, you got to go up there.
Sorry.
So people can hear you.
You forget you're all fancy and you love
You got to record.
Sheriff, go ahead. Thank you. Sorry.
So, with the finance committee, we'll continue to look, we did take a second look at kind of the rate structure associated with our classes of both.
Mechanically making it a little more reasonable and give clarity to the general public as to how those rates are set. So that's something we're providing more information to the board as we go. I think for now, though, there's an immediate need that the Finance Committee recommends where we need an increase quickly. We have an actual deficit this year for the first time in many years. And that is something we have to deal with, and unfortunately it takes more time than we have to get increases to the general population for all households. So we recognize that, and we're looking at we have recommended increases to certain entities to help with that shortfall. It's the only tool we have. So that's kind of our update. I think, I don't have any language from the motions we had, because I didn't get the minutes, but.
Yes, so, Finance made a motion to recommend that the board adopts the Finance Committee's right-sized boat registration fee proposal.
And I think we're gonna do some more look at that. I think for now, the recommendation was a straight increase across.
Classes, so there's no, disconnect between classes.
So should we
Table that.
table
Table the vote.
the right signs and do another meeting for future? I would entertain a motion to do that.
Motion to table the right size vote registration fee, so for more discussion.
Is there any discussion? I think Barry?
Yeah,
pass it back.
that was part of the tabling.
That was part of
We
the.
want the public to be able to everything, so, yeah.
So, and I think in a nutshell, folks, what Jeff, along with the finance committee, put a lot of thought into a framework for different classes, how we handle different classes and how raises would happen in the future and how they would be allocated in a way that would take any emotion or any appearance of picking on one class over another. That being said, we didn't have as much time to as we would like and be able to present it to the public and have them digest it as well. So that's why we're tabling it for probably a little simpler program right now. But certainly thanks to Jeff and the finance committee for the work. I think they're on the right track there on what we could do to prevent the sort of misconceptions and issues that we had in our last meeting and to do it in a way that would be implementable in a long-term way. So yeah, that's very much appreciated. We didn't vote, did we? So.
No, it wasn't
One
one
more.
second.
We did.
First and
Work.
second on the table.
Okay.
Yeah,
So, any,
point of order, I would like, moving forward, to perform these votes in a roll call manner, if the board would adopt that policy.
we have a motion on the floor right now.
It's just a point of order.
So a point of order, we could do that for this session, and if you'd like to implement that, I would urge you to make that motion here later, for sure. So, okay, so as far as vote,
Table,
votes to table, Aaron,
Aye.
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 unanimously, aye, the motion carries to table the proposal to right-size the boat registration fee.
There was one more along with that, we wanted the right size, but we did recognize the immediate need we have as a community because of the shortfalls projected for next year. We were recommending that there be a flat rate increase in the 10 to 12 range across all classes for that. We're ready to do that.
Right, and so I mean, he doesn't have that to be able to present to us, so I think we just have to make that recommendation. So I would recommend, in line with the mentality of the finance committee and also roughly with the mentality of Lakes and Parks that was recommended, that we implement an 11% across the board increase for all boats for next year relative to this year, while we're going through more discussions next year.
Finance committee feels that would be prudent packages.
Is there a second?
11.
Do I hear a second?
I'll second that.
Further discussion?
Aye.
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 Motion passes unanimously. So we will be implementing an 11% increase on boat registration fees
Amenities too.
across the board. Did that include
That's
amenities?
No, that was
That's
boats.
another vote.
That was just. That is just for the boat registration fees.
And I think with this, here it is, finance committee report, Heather, were there any other ones that were needed?
Yep, so the next motion from finance is a motion to recommend that the board approves a 10% increase for amenity packages and dock rental fees.
And that was consistent with the analysis. Given the budget shortfall, we felt it appropriate to, one,
based on that, I would like to recommend an 11% for dock rental fees and amenity packages versus the finance. Recommended 10% to be in line with the vote increase.
Are you making a motion?
Yes.
So just the point of discussion for this, during our last meeting, there were several people that were like, where are you coming up with this increase? What is the rationale behind it? And this is directly from a request from our general manager as it relates to the budget shortfall that we've had this year. I think it was mentioned that we've had a budget shortfall this year for the first time. This is directly based on the budget outlook, what we need in order to make ends meet, because we can't raise assessments. This is our only means of raising revenue for the CA under the current restrictions of our bylaws. So this is our only option to raise funds, and we certainly are going to fall short if we don't. Our only other option would be to cut services, and I don't believe anybody wants to do that. So is there any further discussion?
So by implementing those two things, does that get us to what the forecast is on the budget?
That gets us to where Heather, yes, the GM's request to do that, and it's across the board.
Almost.
Well,
Yeah.
there's more.
There's some other things that we didn't, because amenity packages and dock fees does not include all fees.
Okay, right.
There are some single day use
Oh,
things, there are some
yeah.
other things that we're not doing.
Golf cart registrations did go up.
There's a few things that,
Finance Committee recognizes that those would be the two major items that could actually close any shortfall.
Right. Is there any further discussion? Aaron?
Aye.
I,
Aye.
Motion passes unanimously.
All right, was there any?
Okay, and then,
Like, there might have been one more.
Yeah, a couple. So the Finance Committee made a motion to recommend that the board approves the recast 2024 operating budget.
Would entertain a motion to that effect.
Motion that the board approve the recast 2024 operating budget.
Second, anybody?
is that the recast one that we
Yeah.
talked about
Yeah.
downstairs?
Is this the one that's in our packet?
Yes, the one in your packet.
Um, Yeah, I second it.
Any further discussion? In favor?
Aye.
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 Unanimous. Pass. Motion carries.
Okay, and then motion to recommend that the board approves a budget of $175,000 from the dredging fund to replace the LSLCA's excavator.
Make a motion, the board approves budget of $175K from the dredging fund to replace the LSLCA excavator.
I'll second.
And this was something that has been put off and budgeted for a long, long time, and is sorely needed coming out of the dredging budget, right?
Yes, it's been a plan for about 2 years now, and we're there.
Just so I'm clear, the 175,000 is inclusive of all taxes and fees associated with the purchase. And was there a decision made on what we're doing with the current excavator relative to this 175,000?
So Canon has said that they will deliver the new excavator to Dewello for us, and they will move our old one over to Jefferson after the first of the year, if the board approves fixing the bulldozer. But really, regardless of that, Ron and I are going to start meeting with auctioneers, our equipment salespeople, to come list that equipment so we can get it posted for sale.
Okay, so this doesn't, the 175 doesn't include a trade-in or anything like that?
No.
Okay.
The dredging analysis fund has a conservative estimate of what we think we'll receive. I'm hoping obviously more that would then be contributed back to the dredging fund. And as we discussed downstairs on the financials, that'll still show up under other income, so it'll look like a big revenue increase if that equipment sells, but the actual dollars will go back into the dredging fund.
And will there be any sort of an appraisal or evaluation formally made on the new? Who's making the decision on the new piece of equipment?
So Ron Skeen is making the decision on the new piece of equipment, but we are gonna have it evaluated by 2 mechanics before we purchase it, just to be sure that there's nothing that we're unaware of that might, like if it needs new undercarriage, or if it has like a hydraulic issue or cylinder that needs to be rebuilt, basically make sure that from a visual aspect, it's in good shape. Otherwise, it's not worth the 155, and the other 20 is for the sales tax on it.
Any further discussion?
Aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Okay, and then a motion to recommend that the board approves the repair of the LSLCA bulldozer with a budget of $8,500 from the dredging. Those are for sale.
Entertain a motion.
And that was a finance recommendation. Without that investment, we lose this huge downside to what we can realize on resale.
Right, so by repairing it, we'll be able to sell it and make more than $8,500.
The only real risk is maybe the timing, maybe it's longer than we think to sell it, but it'll be worth much, much more.
So I recommend that we accept the motion to repair the Lake St. Louis CA bulldozer with a budget of $8,500 from the dredging fund.
Second.
Second. Discussion, Mr. Strange had a comment?
No, he answered my question.
Okay.
And again, this is kind of an interesting one because we're actually spending some money hoping to make more back. It's not an absolute clear-cut decision. This is one of the more, I'm a little more nervous about this one than some others because we could be putting 8,500 out there and only get 7,000 back. I don't know, but we think it's to our advantage to repair it versus selling it as scrap.
And this,
We agree.
and this repair this is a rebuild, not a replacement of the damaged part?
Right, so this is a rebuild of the final drive. And with the bulldozer in working condition, with the hours it has on it and the year that it is, the comps are anywhere from 30 to 40,000. So even if, just say worst case scenario, you got 20, you're still at least getting 12,000 back out of it, which is more than it's worth in scrap. So again, that's very conservative, but the intention is fix it. We're not gonna operate it anymore once it's repaired, and then we're gonna have an equipment auctioneer come out and list it.
Finance committee felt as though there was no question we'll get our money back. It's just, is it in 3
Is it
months?
worth
Is it in 8 months?
Sure. Joe?
So when we do sell the bulldozers, does money go back into the dredging fund, or will it go into operating funds, or where would it go?
When you're looking at the financials, it's gonna show under other income, but the actual dollars from that sale will put back into a dredging fund account, so it'll be for dredging purposes.
Okay,
So it'll go to offset the cost of like the new excavator, and then we're currently renting a bigger bulldozer, and we're gonna plan to continue renting, so this will go to offset the cost of the rental.
okay, thank you.
Is there any further discussion? Move to a vote. Aaron?
Aye.
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 Motion carries.
The last, request from finance is the finance committee would like to ask the board if there are any current items the board would like finance to review.
We asked that in deference to, working with the other groups, we're looking at things as rate structures, proposers, or if you want to involve in one of those, just let us know. We're happy.
I don't know of anything off the top of my head that you don't know.
Yeah, I wasn't looking for an answer
Yeah.
here, just more of a general comment.
Okay. Very good. I think there's nothing further on the agenda for the
that's
Finance
it.
Committee. Thank you for your
Thank you.
sir.
Thank you, Jeff.
Appreciate it.
Thanks, Jeff.
Engineering and Finance, Jerry Harris.
Nothing at this time?
Thank you. ACC,
Marie was not able to attend, but she sent me an email saying that the ACC is gonna ask that the board table their old business motions until January. And then I printed out and forwarded an attachment of some other discussion items that they'd like the board to give comment on, for our next meeting.
So do we need to dispose of this old business with a motion to table it?
Yes, so she's just requesting that it's tabled.
Okay. Could I get a motion to table?
Motion to table ACC,
Old business.
old business.
Second.
All in favor? I think we need to vote separately on this one.
What do you want to do?
Yeah, I think we can, let's all vote together.
Aye.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any?
Motion carries. Okay, so we'll revisit in January. Yeah, that's the Lakes and Parks that's coming up.
No, did we have to do the extend?
Okay, I'm
Yeah.
sorry. I thought that this was all, so the motion to extend Murray Collins for an additional 3 years?
I'm sorry, I think we did that last time.
Yeah.
That part's done. Okay,
So
I'm
Marie
sorry.
and Bob are taken care of, I apologize.
Okay, so it's just the old, yeah, okay. Thank you.
Sorry.
John? No, that's
I was
right.
looking at that.
Good looking
I don't know what that
at
was. but-
Okay, so on to Lakes and Parks. Beth?
We have nothing other than wanting to be included in any discussion about both fees and both pressures.
Duly noted and appropriate. So, okay, nothing else to add? Golf? Mr. Strange?
Nothing to report this time, although one of the things we're discussing heavily is pace of play and trying to figure out a way of improving that. So some of the leagues are very slow to get around, even though the last league time maybe at 6 o'clock. Anybody do open play, it's still 2 hours, 2.5 hours to get around because of slow league players. So we're trying to address that.
Awesome. Nothing else?
That's it.
All right, thank you, sir.
Sports Committee, Alex?
Yep, you bet. We got some motions to consider for tennis and pickleball. Our committee members and officers' reports. So the first thing we got up is tennis club reservations for 2024. We're just recommending that we have for our 4 clubs, for men's morning, ladies morning, men's evening, and Sunday morning. The same reservations as
And those have been run through our scheduling to make sure that there's no conflicts.
Yep.
Entertain a
Everything should
motion.
be good.
Somebody want to make a motion?
Motion to accept the courts committee, motion for the reservations to be approved by the board for the same as 2023. Kind of murdered that, but.
Second?
I'll second.
This is for tennis.
And that is for tennis clubs, not
Tennis.
pickleball, right? Okay, just clarifying for the motion.
right now.
Okay, second, and any discussion?
This is just the same, we're just carrying it
Same
over.
as this year, yeah. And I didn't, really state, but it's listed on your packets, the clubs, their times, how many courts.
Yeah. Okay.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Next one, sir.
Thank you. Then moving on to pickleball, let's see, we've got morning pickleball club for 2024. We would like to propose Monday, Tuesday, and Friday mornings from 7 to 11, 4 courts at Lakewood for the pickleball club. The change from this year is adding Monday and moving the time slot up from 8 to 7 a.m.
What were those days and times again?
Monday, Tuesday, and Friday.
From when to when?
7 to 11.
7 to 11.
Yes.
Won't that mess with the men? I bet
4
the-
courts.
No,
This is
pickleball.
this is the
Yeah,
overall.
Oh, Lakewood, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is in Lakewood. They had such a great turnout this year. They filled up the courts and then some. So they added a day for next year.
Do we have people that are playing more than one of those sessions? Or are you limiting
Yeah,
it to
there
one
are
of those
people that are
sessions?
playing all 3 of those. Yes, a lot.
So Kurt, is your question, is somebody missing out because the
Right.
same people are playing? I know where you're going.
Yeah, I mean, if we fill it up with the same person or the same X number of people, I guess 16 people play all 3 sessions and lock out other people from getting any access, that causes me concern.
The CA courts, there's pickleball courts here in the CA too, if they want to play there.
Do we have a motion?
Hold on, are you asking, or do they limit the number of people in the league? Like, are people not getting into the league because?
No, just being able to use.
Just being able to use outside of the league, okay.
Well,
Hold on.
or it could be, and I don't know, that, again, 16 people fill up the courts, and they would occupy Monday, Tuesday, and Friday, and no new people could get into the league even because the leagues are quote full.
No, the leagues, that we don't limit people getting in, these are open plays, so anybody can show up.
Okay.
So
So you
7 to
don't limit
11.
it to the number, you don't limit it, the number of people that can
No,
be in
we
the
do
league?
not.
Okay.
7 to 11 is open play?
Yes.
It's an open play, like round robin type thing, or?
Anybody
Okay.
can come in and join.
So,
Okay.
Why the reservation then?
Just so
For
people
the
that aren't in the
clubs.
league
Just-
don't.
It's for the clubs to have their organized activities, and, I mean, really, it's just open play now, but it's, I guess it's just more of a formality. We've always done that in a way where we have to submit reservations for clubs. That, just like you have reservations for clubs on golf, you know, they have certain days and nights they play golf, or cards, they come here and they reserve a room so they can play
But in
cards.
those
It's the same
cases,
thing.
the general public is excluded from it, but you're saying that
This is
they're
open
not.
play, anybody can come and.
Okay.
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 Okay, well, if
Good
it's
enough.
open play, then I'm not,
Yeah.
I remove my concern. Sorry, I just didn't understand.
I motion to approve the
I'll second.
So, as I'm writing it down, so Monday,
Monday, Tuesday, Friday.
Tuesday, Friday, hold on, Monday, Tuesday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, mornings.
No.
No, I'm looking at all of them, the whole entire
So
schedule.
I'm
I
just
can
talking
see it.
about one right
I know, but
Okay.
we have to look at it as a whole, right?
Okay.
Like, as a
Okay.
whole. So
Okay.
that's what I'm trying to figure out. So as I'm reading through all these motions, Monday, Tuesday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, mornings, there will be pickleball club reservations.
Okay, so if you're asking for all pickleball reservations.
Yeah.
What we would have would be Monday, Tuesday, Friday mornings, Wednesday evenings,
Mhm.
and Saturday mornings.
Yes.
So, no, yeah, all the Sunday.
Well, that's the
no,
kids,
no.
but yeah, that's youth pickleball you have down there. Sunday.
and the Monday, Tuesday,
We're
Friday is
canceling that.
open.
Excuse me.
And the
They're
Monday,
open,
Tuesday,
yeah.
Friday is open. So as far as actual courts being reserved where other members of the community can't play, it's Wednesday morning and Saturday morning. Is that what I'm hearing?
Wednesday evening and Saturday morning.
Wednesday evening.
Yeah.
Okay.
4 mornings and 1 evening.
Is there any further discussion? You look like you're still quizzing.
I am.
You see that the third paragraph
I
there is
see
them
them all.
removing the club, not,
I do, but then I see the evening ones in the next motion. That's what I was trying to figure out. Just like we limited the tennis players to not be able to take up the courts all the time in prime hours. That's all I'm worried
I
about.
think,
Yeah, and we're taking away.
yeah, I'm not sure you're
So-
understanding what this one is.
So the net from
Okay, I got it.
2023 to
That's why I'm
2024 is
asking.
going down.
Okay, so, no further discussion? All in favor?
All right.
All opposed?
Sorry.
Okay, next motion. Did you oppose?
No, I was slow in
Oh,
improving.
oh, sorry. I'm trying to keep us moving here, sorry.
So that passed.
That
Yeah.
yes,
Yep.
that passed.
Very good. So then the next motion we had was for the social, that would be Wednesday evening and Saturday morning. The Wednesday evenings from 4 to 8 p.m. over at Lakewood, and Saturday morning from 8 to noon at Lakewood. These are open sessions as well. anybody can join.
So I recommend we accept the Wednesday evening and Saturday morning social pickleball court reservations.
Second.
Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries.
Okay. And then the last thing for pickleball, we had reservations for Monday, Tuesday, Friday evening. There was a club that was formed for that. And there was no leader for that club, so therefore we're recommending cancellation of that club for next year. And the same thing for the youth Sunday morning pickleballs as well. That was Sunday mornings from 9 to 11. Recommending canceling those clubs for 2024.
Entertain a motion.
Motion to remove the following pickleball clubs, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday, evening pickleball, and Sunday morning youth pickleball.
Second.
Monday, Tuesday,
Mon-
Friday.
yeah. Monday, Tuesday, Friday.
Is that what I said?
No.
No. Monday, Tuesday, Friday. What did I say?
You said Monday, Wednesday.
Oh, Monday, Tuesday, Friday, sorry. Evening pickleball.
As submitted.
That's submitted.
As
Okay,
submitted.
there you go. Do I hear a second?
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries.
Okay, very good. So that's it for club court reservations for 2024. Thank you very much for that. The next thing that we had was talk about committee members. So because the committee was newly formed this year, we had staggering terms for the members. There were 1 year, 2 year, and 3 years. So our 1 years are rolling off. And we have some that are re-upping. So we have a motion to recommend Bill Beach be reelected to the courts committee for a 3-year term.
I'll make that motion to recommend Bill Beach for another 3-year term.
Second. Just from a point of discussion, Bill Beach has been delightful on that committee, so I would see no reason why we shouldn't have him be another 3-year term. Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
Okay, and then leadership of the committee. Alex Scott, term for chairman, be retained for another year as chairman.
I'll make that motion that Alex Scott be retained for another year as chairman.
Second.
Any discussion? This one's a little dicier. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
Okay, and before the meeting, I was told we don't have to make motions.
I believe that is correct.
Okay, so our business is done for the evening then.
Thank you, sir.
Just
Oh.
for clarification, this is what you guys decided as far as your chairman and secretary? Vice
Yeah,
chairman?
and vice chair as
Yeah.
well, yeah. Yeah, so the vice chair will be Bill Beach, and the secretary will be Stephanie Stone.
All righty. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Aquatics did not meet. Is there anybody here from Aquatics? All righty, so I think we move on. General comments from residents. Do we have any residents to speak?
Barry, oh, you're already, okay, you're fine. And, nope, no others. Should have written down anyway.
General comments from the board members.
Okay, but now, yeah, you had mentioned that you would like to entertain a motion.
Yeah, I don't know if we have to have a motion, but I mean, I would like, as a matter of transparency for folks going forward on at least the important stuff that we're dealing with, not so much meeting minutes and agendas, but the larger votes, I think. Who may be reading minutes later, I would like roll call votes to be adopted as our policy for the board, so that people who do read those minutes later can see how each of us voted on particular items, and just provide a little bit more transparency and clarity to what our positions are on various topics. So I'm happy to make a motion if we feel like that
I think that's.
Okay, well, I make a
feel like
motion.
it's appropriate.
I make a motion that we use roll call votes for any votes outside of meeting minutes and agendas.
A second.
Any discussion? I certainly do not object. No further discussion? Then I guess you would, you want to vote by roll?
Aye. You got jokes.
Yeah. Tom?
I said aye.
He said aye?
Aye.
All right, the motion passes unanimously. And then I think that, is there any other motions that anybody on the board would like to make? Any comments? You have the floor if you'd like to comment.
Oh, I'm always first, and I always.
I know.
Start at the other end of the night?
No, it's all right. I don't think that I have anything. No, I thanks to, in particular, the finance committee for working hard after. It was a warm room, and I know that the finance guys really put a lot of effort into trying to come up with a good solution for us. And I appreciate that.
I don't think anything else, what Aaron said, and happy holidays or anything.
Just want to thank everybody for coming again. Appreciate you guys showing up. Some new faces here, which is nice. A couple of them, so that's kind of nice. And Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, all that good stuff. So we'll see you next year.
Happy holidays.
What they all said. Thank you all.
Okay, well,
Motion to
so-
adjourn?
No, not yet. I get to comment too.
Oh, sorry.
So, a couple of people described the last month's meeting as bad. I didn't think last month's meeting was bad. I really appreciated everybody coming here and letting us know their thoughts. We had a lot to chew on for the last month. So it is appreciated when you come to these meetings and let us know what you think. It really is, and it does make a difference. So with that being said, Merry Christmas, and we'll see you next year.
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
Meeting adjourned.
Up.